Daily Broadside, day 479. A few weeks ago, I was at my house, and I was joined by a buddy who came. He just popped in, and I hear knocking at the door, and I go to answer. And when I answered the door, I was eating an avocado with a spoon. I just had like half an avocado, eating the buttery goodness that is therein. Oh, I could eat my weight in those things. And if you compare them with Gouda Triscuits, man, I'd sell my mother at like a flea market. Yeah. But anyway, nevertheless. So I'm sitting there and I come to the door. I answer the door eating an avocado with a spoon. And he was just mortified the fact that I did this. He's like, that's disgusting. You're just eating an avocado? Like, those are disgusting enough, much less eating it by itself. And I'm like, yeah, I'm eating. And I'm like licking the spoon, just mocking him in full view and all this. Well, I say that to say this. I go over to his house the other day, like 2 days ago maybe, and I had to go get something. And I stopped by his house, and when I go in there, what is he eating but hearts of palm? Now, let me tell you something, okay? Don't nobody that eats hearts of palm voluntarily, like not with a gun to your head, gonna ever say anything to anybody about eating an avocado by yourself. That's just, that is so left field with regard. I mean, tell me I'm wrong. I mean, people that eat hearts of palm, those are communists, okay? Those are communists that need to be sent to another place because they don't need to be in this place, I was riding down the road today, and I've noticed this a lot. I don't know if they do this in other states, but in North Carolina, anytime there's a patch that needs to be made in the asphalt, you've got like a little Pangea-shaped little place cut out of the road that's 2 inches deep. You can see the prior layer of asphalt, and it's obviously it looks like an amoeba basically in the road that they got to come back by and patch. Somebody has gone by in all these places and taken white paint and outlined them as if, hey guys, this is what we need to patch. And I don't know if there's some other reason for that. I've done concrete work before, so I understand concrete, and I've seen a lot of asphalt work up close done. Never actually done it. But to my knowledge, I think just leaving the hole as it is and riding down the road, I think you'd probably be able to find it. You'd be like, oh, there's where the patch needs to go, And then if you ever, I was watching a cow yesterday. I was standing there at the fence just watching a cow for a few minutes. And they must have really, non-sensitive skin and much thicker skin than do humans. Because if I had all those flies and bugs and stuff just floating around, landing on my face, I mean, they're just, land on their eyelid, and they're just, just doing that. And I'm like, oh, and I guess, I think to myself that maybe the cow has just gotten to the point where it's like, it's not even worth swatting them away because they'll just come right back. They just live with the fact that that's just part of being me. Because I'm going to tell you what, anytime I'm sweating, I'm outside, and I got gnats, and you hear them in your ear, and you go like that. I mean, imagine you're sitting there, right? Imagine you're sitting somewhere in a field, okay? It's just you in a field, a big grassy field, and you're just sitting down Indian style. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, maybe from a half a mile away, you see an enormous hand just come rolling across the plain at you, with an intent to destroy you. And you dive out of the way just in time, right? And that thing came by with a ferocity that you've never seen. I mean, that hand was exponentially greater than your entire mass. I wouldn't go back to that field. I would let's go somewhere else. But yeah, a fly or a gnat just comes right back. I don't get it. And I think my superpower in life, I think if I could pick one, it's not ability to fly, invisibility, reading minds. I think it would just be the ability to turn gnats and flies into human-sized beings so we could fight like men. You know what I mean? So we could just glove up and fight. Oh, they ain't got opposable thumbs? They can't put their wings into a boxing glove? Sucks being you, Mr. Gnat, because I'm going to whip your gnat. Anyway. I was researching the other day why such a big company, I mean, it's not Apple, but it's a pretty big company. Why Banana Republic named itself Banana Republic. Because if you know what a Banana Republic is, that's not a good thing. And from what I can tell, no one really knows. And it seems to be the consensus that they named it that company because no one knew what it meant. They thought, oh, they've heard the term before. It sounds cool. It sounds tropical. Let's name it Banana Republic. Banana Republic is not a good thing to name your company. And no one can really give a concrete answer as to whether or not there's some underlying meaning or if they were just ignorant when they picked it. And I was watching a video of a moose, and a moose was at the water. It was just sitting at the water there. And it had two little moosette baby, whatever a baby moose is called, two little mooses. And they're like, I don't know, they're about the size of a child's bike. Like if you gave a 4-year-old a bicycle, that's about how big the moose was. And there's this bear right across the street. This bear just slinkily walks up, and he gets a little closer, and he gets a little closer. And finally you're like, I don't know why this moose isn't doing something, because moose are big, Moose could at least scare a bear away to where a bear's going to be like, this ain't going to be easy food. I'll go somewhere else. I'll go get a salmon that'll just jump into my mouth downstream. But he finally goes over and he just snatches the moose and then just drags the baby moose, that is. No, you ain't snatching a moose. Those things are like 14 feet tall. And he snatches it and he just drags it off. And the moose mama, I guess, I don't know, I couldn't tell if it had breasts. But the moose mama basically looks at the baby and is like, come on, let's go. We got to go to the den or the nest or wherever they sleep. And they just wander off. And I wonder to myself, man, there's so many animals out there who just lose their fawn, their baby, their joey, their whatever, to predators. And I wonder if that moose woke up the next morning going, I miss Randy, and he's looking over at Stephanie, the daughter, Stephanie and Randy, those are the moose kids, and they're like, now it's just us, there's no more Randy. He got eaten alive yesterday. Or if they just don't even realize that it's just part of it, man, we'll have another baby next season. Or, do they even recognize the fact that they just lost, something that they carried around for however, I don't know what the gestation period of a moose is, but I've said enough. Y'all giddy up.